Your free content is brought to you by STIEGLER'S CHOCO-NUT COOKIES. Please enjoy these messages.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm an addict.
Hi, Brandon.
I kept telling myself I didn't have a problem. If I could get my fix once or twice a day and still function, why not 3, 4, or even 5 times a day? One morning, I woke up in the train station covered in sweat, had bruises all over, and finally I realized I had a problem. Thank God my best friend Toby is keeping the stuff away from me while I crash on his couch.
Hey guys, they have Stiegler's Choco-Nut Cookies on the snack table.
Stay away, they're mine! I love Stiegler's Choco-Nut Cookies!
STIEGLER'S CHOCO-NUT COOKIes. Careful, they're addictive.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Rufus Schwartz?
Who may I ask is speaking?
This is Petra at the National Department of Crisis Awareness. Have you heard any strange noises tonight?
Why are you calling me? Are you trying to sell me something?
Not at all, Mr. Schwartz. This is entirely for your benefit. My name is Petra. I'm a junior video analyst with the National Department of Crisis Awareness. I scroll through a live feed of content being shared across a wide variety of platforms, watching the first and last 3 seconds of each video that comes up, and cross-reference what I see with my 3 lists here. My blue list, my yellow list, and my red list. If anything I see matches anything on the list, I restart the video, watch the entire thing twice, and take the necessary measures to protect innocent bystanders from harm.
A live feed of content? Whose content?
Everyone's. We look at all incoming posts, public and private, for suspicious activity.
So this is about something I posted? 'Cause I was hacked recently. That's not all my stuff.
Not at all, Mr. Schwartz. This is in regards to a post recently sent from your area. I observed a live stream suggesting a group of protesters might be gathering near you. This matched an item on my blue list, mostly minor disturbances. As long as you haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary, there's no cause for alarm. If it were a red list item, on the other hand, I would have bypassed the check-in step and referred your case directly to the authorities.
And what kind of stuff is on the red list then?
Abductions, home invasions, biohazards, executions.
Executions?
Yes, beheadings, for instance.
And you look at that? All day?
Certainly not a job for everyone, but I've never had any issues. And anyway, I didn't just want some tech job. I wanted to do something that benefited others.
And based on the name of your group, I suppose you're with the Fed.
We were a federal agency, but we recently restructured and are now a government-affiliated commission. It's only a logistical change, though. It won't affect the services we offer.
Yeah, 'cause I used to work in infrastructure in New Eldridge, and I gotta say, everything you're describing sounds completely illegal. Now, I don't know what kind of scam this is, but I won't be giving you any of my personal information today, here? Nothing. And if I catch you calling here again, believe you me, you'll be getting to know the Fed.
My apologies for upsetting you, Mr. Schwartz. I didn't expect you to react this way. You're usually just so curious. And I enjoy answering your questions about my agency.
What do you mean, usually? I've never spoken to you in my life.
I actually do fairly frequent check-ins in your area, but for reasons I'm sure you can understand, it's policy to erase your memory after each call. Apologies again, Mr. Schwartz. Stay safe tonight.
Erase my memory. Now I know you're full of shit.
Back to the old feed.
You might see more of the image if your screen brightness were a little higher.
Oh, hi, Stewart. Sorry, didn't see you there.
Your brightness should be up even if you don't see me.
Right. Sorry. Here, is this better?
What? Oh, please ignore me. I'm just here to take away your old red list and give you the new one from the main office. I'll just take this one and attach the new one. We recommend keeping it like this instead of folding it like you did. That way you always look over the whole list. But you saw the group post about the new policy changes, right?
It just said that there wouldn't be any changes, right?
Exactly. On the ball as always, Petra. Just forget I was even here.
Stewart,
Yes?
can I ask one question?
Is it urgent?
It could be. I just don't see rioting on here. Or psychological torture, or environmental mass death event. I thought there weren't going to be any changes.
That's correct. Nothing is changing for you, but management is changing the process by which it chooses what goes on each list.
So, if I find a match for the Otoki Family Caravan PX5 or Stiegler's Choco-Nut Cookies, how do I proceed?
You just note those down in your report and send it right to the main office at the end of your shift. And make sure to name and date. People are always forgetting that.
So something I'm doing is changing.
It's the same thing, but instead of notifying local authorities, you notify the main office. Do you understand?
I guess I understand what I'm supposed to do,
Great. Forget I was even here.
but I don't understand why I'm supposed to be doing it. My job is to protect innocent citizens from potential high-risk situations. I don't see how logging mentions of store-bought coffee or opinionblend.com help me do that.
We can continue this conversation later.
Okay.
Petra line 2, Petra line 2.
Yes, Stewart?
Hi, Petra. It's Mr. Stewart. Can you come to my office, please? I'd like to continue our conversation from earlier.
Okay.
Petra, I've pretty much explained everything you need to know. I've tried to be as clear as possible, but I don't want you to be confused. I want you to be set up to succeed. This time is entirely for your benefit. So, do you have any questions for me?
Well, why is this happening, I guess, is my question.
Petra, do you really feel that your work makes a difference?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay. How many red list items would you estimate you have encountered in your year and a half working here?
I don't know, 5? Or maybe 4, between 3 and 4?
And in any of those cases, did your intervention save any lives?
Well, no, but I was still able...
So that is why this is happening. We were forced to restructure because the Fed didn't think they were getting their money's worth. They cut our budget last year, they cut it this year, and they were going to cut it again. I didn't tell you this, you didn't hear this from me, but that's why this is all happening.
But monitoring consumer products instead of emergencies does nothing for the country at all.
Of course it does. We're helping consumers connect with brands that may be of interest to them. It's entirely for their benefit.
So we're selling data to companies, that's what this is about?
The new management found a way to make a small change to the red list that would shore up enough funding to sustain the whole department. There's immense demand from clients. If we continue taking on accounts at this rate, our budget could be 2, maybe even 3 times what we were getting from the Fed. We could finally get those beanbag chairs you've always wanted.
Wow. Is there any way I could maybe transfer to another office? This isn't the kind of work I want to be doing.
Are you resigning?
No. No.
Great! I have to go hand out the red list to the rest of the staff. Please feel free to take a moment to take all this in if you need, but also, please get back to work as soon as possible. Thanks!
Hi, you've reached Petra Kovac at the Department of Crisis Awareness. I'm not available to take your call. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. Hi, Petra. It's me. You. Calling because I just found out that you're out of a job. After a year and a half of good, important work, you've been demoted to some kind of glorified data miner. Maybe if I hadn't asked about the new red list, I wouldn't even know. But I did. I know what you're thinking. You should quit, right? Put in your 1 day's notice and start packing? Well, sorry, Petra, you can't. What do you think would happen if you quit? You just slide into some other government job? What other government job? With what skills? You already went through this already, remember? You turned down not 1, but 2 tech jobs, and then decided you wanted to start going in for jobs that made a difference. How much of a difference did you make during that 3-year job search? You made junior analyst here, Just accept it and be grateful. I mean, come on, it was all bullshit and you know it. You don't give a shit about making a difference. Not really. You have a million opportunities to help people every day, and you never take any of them. You don't want to help people. You just want to be able to say your job does. That's the only reason you like this job, admit it. You just like looking, surveilling, watching people and knowing they can't watch you back. Or maybe it isn't even that complicated. Maybe you just like the beheadings. You wait for them. Crave them. You just click through the boring shit, letting the blue and yellow items slide most of the time, waiting for that rush. Intermittent reward. You know it's coming. It's a game, and it's entirely for your benefit. I don't even know why I asked about the new red list. I've been coasting from day one here. Why today did I decide to start caring? It doesn't matter. In 10 minutes or so, you'll be back at your desk, back to the feed like nothing ever happened. Sorry if Stewart finds you in here and yells at you. Just remember to tell him you're doing exactly what he told you to do. Well, not remember, but... Anyway. Glad we had this talk.
How's it going, Petra? Brightness.
Right, thanks. Always forgetting.
Don't mind me. I'm just here to take away your old red list and give you the new one from the main office. I'll just take this one and attach the new one. We recommend keeping it like this instead of folding it like you did. That way you always look over the whole list.
We just got new red lists 2 weeks ago.
Don't worry, the list has not been changed, just added to. Make sure you can always see both sheets.
Back to the old feed. Whoa, we've got a full playback.
Oh God, please don't, no, please don't.
Multiple red list matches. Weapon was a Merc model, 8 double barrel. Assailant was wearing an Ugo Montepulciano Spring Collection windbreaker, black, medium. In the corner of the frame, you can see stacks of Banquet Beast Universal Pet Chow. Before the victim was shot, he was drinking a Mountain Air Gourmet Lager and eating what appeared to be a box of Stiegler's Choco-Nut.
Filling out a report for the main office, Petra?
Sure am. Feels good to make a difference.
Stiegler's Choco-Nut Cookies was written by Alessio Franko and directed by Daniel Goulden. Petra was Emily Hooper. Stewart was Daniel Goulden. And Rufus Schwartz was Alessio Franko. For more free content, find us on Twitter and Facebook. And please become a patron on Patreon. We hope you enjoyed these messages.